Hey everyone, Kevion here, licensed cosmetologist, cosmetology educator. So my mannequin already has bangs. Did her for a class a while back. She has bangs. I'm not gonna cut that, obviously, but I do want to be vigilant and just giving a proper visual. Okay, so I'm gonna do the best I can with what I got. All right, check me out. So with a front piece, okay, you got two options. If I cut into the hair, that means I'm giving her something that she didn't ask for. I'm cutting all up into the hair that is supposed to be long. I ideally have, just this upper piece. This upper piece is called the fringe. The fringe is what I should be doing face framing layers in. I shouldn't be using all the hair down here or the hair in the temporal regions. I should only be using the hair from the crown region and mainly the fringe region. Okay, those are all terminology that you would find in your textbooks. All right, guys, and just so we're clear, this is the fringe zone. That's your recession zone. And this is your temporal region. All right, the temporal region includes like the ear. This is the mannequin. The ear's up under there. And this is your fringe zone. How you find the fringe is you get a comb, you find the highest point of the head. The comb should, be like, okay, pretty balanced, and then you carve out that area. I gave her a middle part just to execute the video, and usually the fringe ends, you do not include the recession area. That's where everybody's hairline is sensitive. That's usually where men's corners are. So your corners are your recession area. You can find the recession area at the end of the eye on all humans. All humans, all humans. At the end of the eye is where you will know, okay, the end of the fringe. I don't need to include anything. Leave that area open because something else has to cover that, which is obviously like the recession area. So you have that to like cover up some stuff. When you carve out your fringe area, this is where your face framing layers are supposed to be. Did you hear me? This little bitty area from here to here, back there, that's where your face framing layers are supposed to be. They're not supposed to be in there, and they're not supposed to be in there. Those are supposed to blend and kind of, match it and meet it so that it tells a full story. But this is supposed to be the beginning, that's supposed to be somewhat the middle, and that's supposed to be the end. All of that should not be pulled into your face framing layers. You dig? Okay. These scissors that I'm using are clearly made for arts and craft, all right? This is paper that I'm going to cut. I'm not going to use my shears for that, all right? I'm going to cut this paper, all right? Now, straight to the point. We learned in the other video that the hand positioning is as so. You either have it this way, and if the opposite way, like on this side of the head, you're gonna move in that direction. So I'm going this way. I'm over directing my hair to the opposite end. Obviously, yes, the layers are gonna go in that direction but because I want to mimic the wind. I want to mimic the wind. The wind, the wind, the wind. I want the hair to dance on its own. I want the hair to be perfect. I want it to be a whole bunch of excellent things on its own, all right? When you're doing a frame, you choose, I want it to, be around the nose so, she can play with it, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna set up my guideline, prep it, over direct. Mind you, naturally I would be over directing even more. So I'm gonna just go ahead and over direct. I'm gonna set that thing, over direct it, stay around my guideline, and then you're just gonna cut, see? But I like to be even more dramatic. So I would really just go all the way to my body. I would like all the way. And then you have this piece you have to have a really good imagination. You know what I'm saying? So this piece lives here. And then you have your layers that cascade that way. All right? Sorry for the inconvenience of the tutorial. I hope it makes sense in its own way. But if you over direct this even more, there really shouldn't even be a line that you can even see. It should be like that. It should give that just like smooth and then round that thing out even more. That's the motion, okay? When you're cutting face framing layers, but you really do it to your body, honestly, because if there's supposed to be long layers, your belly button is the aim that you want to go. We'll talk about that even, like more down the line, but the belly button is the aim that you want to go. Not that, mind you, your client should always be at chest level. So actually she should be up a little bit higher to my chest, but this is a stand or whatever. So she should be up higher to my chest, and naturally, with that being said, I should be aiming for my belly button, okay? So if I took this piece, over-directed it, and just aimed it for my belly button, then I would have the layers that me, Kevion, that I would approve, okay? So we look at this, we kind of put it back where it is. You can kind of see what it's going for, but they would like literally, mind you, if you can even see how gentle I was with everything, and I also preserved the length here. We don't need to be cutting. I mean, mind you, if you want to keep your 40-inch bundles, you got to over-direct that hair to the opposite way. If you cut into the hair, you're just going to cut into all this hair back here, and that's not what we're looking for, okay? So take the section, over-direct it, and it gets you what you want. Opposite side. So for the opposite side, remember my hands were like this for the other one. Now I'm going to flip it, okay? So this one, I'm kind of able to just really be free, so I can kind of just float in a sense, and it would be that direction, okay? I'm gonna flip this up even more, and I can really I would be on top of it in that direction, on top of it in that direction, okay? That's the hand motion that I want to go for, okay? See my hand motion? That's the hand motion, all right? So when I say fly, I mean fly. You should have this whole section of hair and fly. Nothing to think about. Just let the scissors guide yourself and fly. Let it be a nice, easy breeze. That is your hand motion, all right? When you're doing this side, you come in. The hair is between your index finger and your middle finger. Scissors right behind, you cascade and you fly towards the body, preferably the belly button. And then on the opposite side, you outer hands, index, middle, outer, and you fly out of the body, okay? You got to pick some nice natural direction that you want to float into, point, and then go that way. Same rules apply, but you aim for your belly button, okay? So everything around the face. Face framing. This out and in, okay? Out, in, preferably towards the belly button. Hope that makes sense. Y'all have all the extensions at home. Y'all got all the wigs. Play with a wig, play with some extensions. Take a little piece of hair. One direction, opposite direction, preferably towards the belly button. One direction to yourself. See that? Take it and float. Take it and float. Like I prefer, like you see how, let me flex on myself. Lives in multiple places, okay? These are bangs, so that's a little bit different. But it has to live in multiple places. If I wanted to bring these all the way over, I could do that. Because it doesn't live on top of itself. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted that to look like a wrap, really give me that effect, it could do that. But it lives in multiple places, okay? You should always have something to be able to, you always got to give yourself leeway to cover up some shit, okay? Don't be trying to cut everything, because you cut everything, you're going to need something else to cover up that shit. So give yourself some leeway and cut it this way so you can cover that shit up, all right? That's all.